Hey, welcome back. The Business of Comedy podcast. There's my camera right there, baby. I'm taking that one home with me. I'm wearing my pod pants. You guys were back.
The pod pants, they're good. They're hot.
It just happened to be
all corduroy today.
I knew you were going to say some shit.
It's
It's you know what? It's -5 degrees in Chicago. I'm wearing my underwear is corduroy today.
Yeah,
I don't give a
good.
shit.
That's good. I know it's cold as fuck.
boy.
We're doing it. We're still here. See, this thing people don't realize the lengths we go to make this podcast.
Yeah.
We could have not done it.
We absolutely could have not done it.
It's too cold. We should have. We should have not. To be honest, we should have not.
Everybody's going, please.
Yeah, please stop. There's no demand. We don't need you to do it. But this is how committed we are to making this a success.
A success. Well, a podcast.
A
I don't know about a
podcast.
success.
It's out there.
We're doing it, baby.
Yeah.
Here we are.
You can watch it.
Vikram, what have you been up to?
I've been drinking. I'll be honest. I've been drinking. This is the type of weather.
Litcast.
I know. It's Litcast. It's so hard in this weather in Chicago. I get why people in Midwest are alcohol. I get it. It's just there's nothing to do.
It's hard not to drink.
It's cold, and what am I gonna fucking talk to my family?
There's a bunch of guys who live underneath the overpass by my house.
Yes,
they love drinking in this type of weather.
It's just like you do a show and you're like, all right, do I go home and just you can't go outside. It's just it's miserable. And even the show was good, but I was like, okay, it's 8:30.
Yeah.
I don't have I can go to another spot, or I could just go meet people and have a drink. And then you're like, oh, I have one drink, and now it's like 2 hours later. You're like, oh.
Well, and there is this like thing when the weather's this bad of this like camaraderie of wherever you are, everyone's like, we're here. This is it.
Yeah, you hunker down.
This is the crew. Yes.
Yeah. That's what it is.
It's like there's a blizzard even if it doesn't snow. Where you're like, we're snowed in together.
Yeah, and I feel like I think in Chicago especially, there's everyone understands that. There's like a communal thing of like, okay, this is like the season we're kind of like we're not gonna. That's why comedy does so good in winter. Yeah. Because people are like, I want to go to one thing and then not go anywhere else.
Yeah.
And I get that.
And I want to do something. I want to leave the house, but I can't be outside for more than 2 minutes, you know?
No, but it was great. I mean, I had a great show.
But then the problem that comes around is everyone's all winter being like, oh, it's the winter. Like, we don't care. We're going to stay inside and drink. And then all of a sudden it's 65. Everyone walks outside and they're like, oh, I'm hideous. I'm bloated. I'm pale. I've been inside under fluorescent lights.
Inside face?
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
I know. I saw a sketch or some video that we had done. Like, during the pandemic, everyone's like, oh, I'm going to try to make content that's different than we can't do stand-up. So Tyler and I did a bunch of like sketches and some other weird shit. I saw one of those the other day. I was like, we look fucked up. I mean, we look hideous.
I know. Well, because it was the pandemic. I saw this too. It was the pandemic, so I hadn't had a haircut in
no hair.
3 months.
You couldn't get a haircut.
I couldn't get a haircut, so I look homeless.
That's crazy.
And we're on like a Zoom call doing sketches.
Oh my god, I've never looked more Indian in my life. I was like, bro, I look.
You're in your parents' house with your beard.
I know. I have an accent. Yeah. It was so bad.
You keep going, Assalamu alaikum.
I'm like, I get why they're trying to get rid of this. Yeah. Like, I get why we don't want us here.
Oh my goodness. That's great.
So it's nice now, though, but this is why I love Chicago at this time of year, because you're like, I do a show, everyone's like, we made it here. We're so excited to be here. Yeah. We're not trying to leave.
Right.
And I did the show at the Soho House, which is a cool spot to go, but the show is usually a little bit tough.
Members only club.
Members only club. But it's also like one of those shows where like people here are too cool to be at the show, and they're normally like, I'm not trying to laugh. I'm not trying to like vibe.
They're more vibe. That's what it is. They're more likely to like snap than laugh, you know.
And so I'm
trying to vibe.
To have
that's
a good
so
set
accurate.
there, you feel like accomplished, and you're like, okay, I did some shit. But also, there is an understanding.
Would not know. I'll tell you that right now.
But here's the thing: I was rolling 10, 12 minutes. I was like, I'm killing, and then 10 minutes in, they gave me the light, and I was like, all right, let me do this one joke. Completely lost you. I mean. It's one of those shows where you're like...
Which, at that point, if you've been doing well that long...
You're confident.
No, but the audience is almost like, we trusted you.
Yes. And I was like... And I even said it. I did the last bit. Didn't work. And I was like, should have ended it sooner. And I said it. I was like, that's my fault. Yeah. You're right. And that got a laugh, but I was like, it hurts.
They feel betrayed.
Yeah. And it's one of those things you're like, it's too cool of a venue to do comedy in. It's a very fun show, but you realize that. And then after that, so I went to another... comedian friend of ours had a party, so I went there, had a couple of drinks, and I was like, "Oh fuck, we got a podcast at 10 o'clock."
Yeah, I'm waiting out in front of your building in the cold,
-3,
freezing.
I feel bad.
I'll be there in 5 minutes.